All right, folks, Cam Hookers here on Trading Up. We've got Gareth Soloway here on the show. We've just shot an amazing podcast. You've got to go and check it out. Link underneath the video here. But now Gareth's going to walk you through some crazy stuff going on the S&P and some interesting stuff on Bitcoin as well. So Gareth, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. It's so good to be here.
Cool. Well, let's share your screen and check it out. Hey folks, my sponsors City Traders Imperium have just launched some amazing changes to their funded trader program you got to check out. You can now skip the whole evaluation, trade gold as well as Forex, plus they've increased the drawdown you're allowed in both the evaluation and when funded. With CTI, it's even faster and easier to reach up to $4 million in funding with a 50 to 70% profit share. Click the link in the description to find out what else has changed.
All right, so what I want to talk about is something that I saw in the S&P today, and it kind of goes to what I talked about in that previous interview that we just discussed. And basically, it's what's called the confirmation signal. And this is something that caught my eye today on the S&P 500. So here you have the S&P 500, which has been trading in a amazing wedge for such a long time, basically going back to the lows from March 2020 when we had the COVID lows. And you could see these trend lines. I mean, just absolutely amazing how far they go back. Now, the confirmation signal essentially tells you that there are certain situations where the institutions fake you out. And what we see is, there'll be a support line, much like the bottom here, where you'll see a close below. And the average investor is going to say, okay, this is a breakdown. I got to get short the market or I got to exit my longs. And then notice what happens here. They rip it right back up into that same channel. They did it again here, then they ripped it right back up. And what you're not getting in these scenarios is a confirmation day following the close below. And through months of actually years of study, I found that what you want to see is a close below a major trend line and then a following close below that low. And essentially, if you get that, it's what I call confirmation of a change in trend, in this case, a breakdown. And what you can see here is that and let me just zoom in a little bit here. Just yesterday on the S&P, we closed below that line. Okay, so as of yesterday, it closed below. It did that prior, no big deal. But look at today. For the first time since March 2020, you closed below the low of that first close below that line. To me, that is something that gets my attention and is absolutely important. And in this case, I would say it's not an institutional game. This is something that literally could tell us we are on the cusp of a bigger correction in the US equity market.
Hey, want to trade crypto and gold like the institutions? Well, you can. And it's free for 14 days with Sage Strategies, fully automated trading strategies. Check out their live track records for 25 unique strategies. Plus, they host everything for you, which is perfect for beginners to advanced traders or investors. Simply sign up for their 14-day free trial today to experience it for yourself.
Now, going to Bitcoin, check this out. So if we look at Bitcoin, this is something that is very intriguing with this chart. So what you can see here is that there were lots of games being played with Bitcoin just the same. The institutions love Bitcoin because it's so volatile. So they can make a ton of money and they can manipulate it nonstop. So here we had the initial fall to 30,000. You then chopped around inside of this range and then you dipped below 30,000. And I still remember vividly when that happened, so many people on Twitter were like, oh, Bitcoin's breaking down. And what did they do? They ripped it right back up again, taking that money away from people that jumped on the short side or sold their longs, essentially stopped out of Bitcoin. Then it comes down again and you're like, okay, well, it's coming down to 30,000 again. This time they close it below. And now you know what happens, right? So now everyone again is like, well, this time they closed it below 30,000. This has to be the breakdown. And lo and behold, they ripped it up. Notice how you didn't get to that second consecutive down close below the low. Neither of these situations you did that in. And sure enough, what happens? They rip it up and then they confirm it to the upside. And here you now have a confirmed break above this range, which to me tells me Bitcoin still has more upside to this 50 to 52,000 range. But again, the bottom line is make sure you understand that the institutions spend billions of dollars creating these algorithms that are going to push you to your max points of kind of emotional response. By using the confirmation signal, you can really isolate down to a high degree what is a true breakout or a fake breakout or a true breakdown and a fake breakdown.
Hey guys, ever wonder what broker I use? Well, I use these guys, HankoTrade. Look, it was a no-brainer for me because I was looking for a broker with really good trading conditions and one without any leverage restrictions. Look, also, by joining HankoTrade, I was able to cut my cost of trading significantly with their super low commission of $1 per 100K. Look, if you want to find out more, check out hankotrade.com or there is a link in the description.
That's fantastic little breakdown. I didn't even realize that over all these videos I've done, nobody's ever mentioned that, and that is so cool to see because I've been watching the Bitcoin price for quite some time now. Now, Gareth, thanks for sharing that. Guys, remember we shot an amazing podcast, link below the video, but for now, how can guys find out more about you?
Come to my Twitter at Gareth Soloway, or find me at inthemoneystocks.com, folks. I'm always willing to teach anyone who has an open mind. It's my pleasure to really do my best to help you not make the same mistakes I made growing up as a young trader in my early career.
Cool. Well, look, guys, thanks for watching the video. Do remember, hit subscribe, hit like, click on that bell, click on the notifications, click all, and you're going to get future videos like this coming your way soon. All right. Thanks for watching.